Yeah, I'm live. Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Mateo.
Cecile. That's a record. It was less than 5 seconds that you got on. Congratulations on that
Oh,
one.
thank you, thank you.
Beautiful setup, by the way.
I appreciate that.
And as always, thank you for joining us today. Cecile, our Jamar Talent. This is the first time that she is giving a class as a Jamar Talent. So, Cecile, I'm gonna start introducing you. Talking a little bit more about the class, and then we can continue talking about maybe a little bit about you and a little words you want to share before we start the class. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Remember, as always, English and Spanish. So, okay, guys, welcome back to the 8th episode of the Jamar Live Adventure with Jamar Talents. Today, I have, as I said, mentioned before, Cecile from the Bahamas. That's the Balloon People Bahamas. Jamar Talent, once again, thank you for being here today. Today it's gonna be a really nice class. Not only because she is a Jamar Talent first time, but because it's English speaking instructor, and she's gonna be sharing us a lot of great information, guys. So if you want to learn something new today, please help us out. Share this live with someone that might need some help. Share this live with someone, with everybody that you follow, and let's get this party all the way to 200 people at least. Okay. Bueno, bienvenidos otra vez para el octavo episodio del Jamar Live Adventure con un Jamar Talent muy especial, Cecile Williams de Bahamas, en Nassau. Ella es por primera vez está siendo la instructora por primera vez siendo Jamar Talent. Y bueno, no es la primera vez que trabaja con nosotros, o tampoco la primera vez que es una instructora, pero es la primera vez que lo hace siendo Jamar Talent. Así que démosle un fuerte aplauso a Cecile desde las Bahamas. Okay, so I'm not going to waste more time. I want to let you talk a little bit more about yourself, any comments, anything you want to share with us about the class, and then we'll continue to talk about the materials.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everybody. As Mateo had said, he's done a wonderful job of introducing me. I am Cecile Bethel. I'm really only a vessel for the decorators out there who are trying to, or wanting to, and need to know that with God, anything is possible. I didn't necessarily have to be here, but I am here, and you can be here too.
Okay. Bueno, básicamente lo que ella quiere decir es que ella no está acá porque, pues, por regalo de Dios. Ella está acá por el trabajo que ha hecho durante un largo tiempo. Y bueno, él está ahí porque también le queremos saber que usted también lo puede hacer. Entonces, come on,
And before I start, I want to give a great big shout out to my decorators in the 242. We're in the industry, and we want to make sure we learn enough that we can take this industry to another level. So hello to my 242 decorators.
Y antes de empezar, le quiero mandar un saludo, un fuerte abrazo a toda la gente que es decorador en el área 242, que es el área de Bahamas, que ella está haciendo esta clase en honor a todos ellos. Así que muchos saludos a la gente del 242.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by just explaining the balloons that we're going to be using today. Today's project, we have created an organic arch here on our shimmer wall. We've done an excellent job of making sure that we've used all of the colors in Gemma's Love Collection.
Bueno, antes de empezar, quiero mostrarle un poco de la decoración y quiero hablar de los colores. En este caso estamos usando una variedad de los colores del amor de Jamar, que son los rojos, los fucsia, los rosados.
So I'm just going to show you the various sizes I'm going to be using. So this is for rose, and we're going to have 006 is the color for rose. This is the 2-inch. We have the 5-inch. Then we have the 3-inch, which you'll see what I'll do with that in a little bit. And then we have the 12-inch in the 006 rose.
Ok, vamos a usar el 006 Rose por mucho tiempo. Vamos a estarlo en 1.60, 2.60, 3.50 y hasta en 12 pulgadas. Es el 0006 Rose.
Okay, and then the next color we're going to use, of course, the color of the season that is most used, 045 and the 5-inch red.
Y vamos a usar, ¿is the 5-inch red round or also the heart?
The rounds.
Okay. Vamos a usar un 260 045 rojo, un corazón rojo 045 también, el de la paleta de Gemma, y también 5 pulgadas redondo.
And the next color we're going to use is the fuchsia, 007 fuchsia. And the sizes we're going to use, the 5-inch, the 2-inch, and the 19-inch.
Y vamos a usar el 007 fucsia, que vamos a usarlo en el 260, 5 pulgadas y 19 pulgadas.
Okay, and we're going to use something of the shiny collection. You know, you always need a pop of something, and so we decided to go with the 089 shiny gold. And the shiny gold we're using today is going to be the 1-inch. And I have in my design the 10-inch shiny gold, but what I'm showing you is a bag of the 10-inch, just so you know there's a shiny silver in the heart design as well.
Is it a heart shape or just the regular standard balloon?
One more time, please.
Is it the regular standard balloon or the heart one?
This is a heart. This is a heart.
So I have it right here as well. Right here we carry the 12-inch. But just in case you guys want to see it, our heart 088. Vamos a usar también los corazones 088 shiny gold de Gemma, el tamaño de corazón.
And finally, this is a beautiful design, and I don't know, you know, a lot of times we purchase balloons and we go for the standard colors. But this bag here is of the Kisses imprint, and I tell you, you can go wild with this color because it's clear, but you can double stuff it with one of the love colors or any color you want to get a totally different color from a very single latex balloon.
Bueno. Y el último globo que agarró Cecile es un globo muy especial porque es un globo transparente clear, pero tiene impreso unos besos que ella dice que es muy buen globo porque podemos hacerle un double stuff y usar cualquier tipo de color por dentro. O sea que excelente. Thank you so much, Cecile, for bringing this color. We haven't seen this balloon specifically through all the lives. So as always, we're seeing new things every day. So thank you so much for bringing this balloon to your class today.
My pleasure. I want to talk about the other equipment that I'm going to be using. Of course, anytime you want to make sure that your balloons are looking good, especially if you have a classic design, or even if you don't, you always need to have either an automatic, an electric machine that's sizing your balloons for you, in which case you might be using the Borsino for your 5-inch or 12-inch balloons, or you can be using the smaller gender for your 5-inch, your 2-inch, your 1-inch, and those type balloons.
Bueno, y como podemos ver acá, estamos viendo los infladores que vamos a usar y el calibrador. Son accesorios que nos permiten hacer un trabajo más limpio y más rápido. Podemos usar la llanta que calibra el globo o usamos un calibrador manual, que es el de Gemma, y también una pompa manual también.
And there are times that you're creating your designs and you need something a little bit more than the trusty rusty, the 260 or the 2-inch balloon. That's when you find it very, very useful to use these Gemma balloon adhesives or the Gemma glue dashes. They come in very handy.
Y como muchas veces usamos el 260 para amarrar, también tenemos un alternativo que es los Gemma Dashes, que acabo de agarrar ella, o los Gemma Strips, que son un adhesivo doble.
I'm going to talk about another product that Gemma carries. This has become our standard in using, especially for outdoor decor. But not even just outdoor decor. Any decor that you want to last long and you want it to continue to look good, you don't want to see it oxidize, which is a natural process. But if you want to see a little shine on those balloons, here's your Mega Shine. It's available at Gemma USA, and it is available at Balloon People.
Y vamos a ver este mágico ahuyentador, el Mega Shine, que es el ahuyentador de preferencia de la Balloon People, como es ella en la compañía de Cecile en las Bahamas. Cecile, someone comments saying that there's a little noise. I think I hear it too that interferes with with when you talk. I'm not sure if it's someone behind it or but there's like a little like ticking noise. I'm not sure if you know what's going on.
No, I don't know. But that might be this with the stand. Maybe we'll try it. Do you hear it now?
No, we don't hear it right now,
Okay.
but I was hearing
So
when you were talking.
what we will do is we'll try to leave the stand so that it's in the position without having to touch it. Hopefully we'll.
Yeah, it's fine after the class starts. I'm pretty sure you can leave it in one.
Okay, sounds
right
good.
now it's perfect.
Fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to be creating a column. And the first thing we do when we want to create a column is we have to determine what kind of structure we're going to build it on. In this instance, we're going to build it on a base plate and pole. For the most part, the occasions that we have, the celebrations that we have are outdoors. And so our method generally is to build our columns on base plates and poles.
Bueno, en este caso vamos a hacer una columna y lo primero que nos cuenta Cecile que debemos hacer cuando vamos a hacer una columna es determinar en dónde va a ir la columna y en este caso vamos a hacer una columna para exteriores, así que vamos a hacer una base de metal o una base, solamente una base.
Okay, and there's a bit of preparation that must be done to the base plate and poles, and so that's what I'm going to take you through right now. We're going to move the table to the side so that we're able to get down and dirty, so that the base plate and poles covered. Our method of choice is to cover our base plate with the disposable tablecloths.
Bueno, vamos a hacer primero vamos a la mecánica que es la base y vamos a elegir una forma de cómo cubrir la mecánica después de decir cuál base vamos a usar. Y en este caso, el material de opción de la elección que elegimos es un mantel de mesa que tenemos aquí, es un color rojo.
Okay, I'm back. All right, so I'm going to start with one of our disposable base plates and poles. Like I said, one of the first things that we want to do, we have a base plate that in this instance is made of plywood, and we're using PVC on top of that plywood that's attached there with a lampshade connector.
Okay. Lo primero que hacemos, bueno, en este caso ya está usando una base que ella dice, entre comillas, desechable, porque lo hace ella misma en su área de trabajo, que consiste en una base de madera, y tenemos un tubo PVC.
Okay. And one of the things we need to do, we want to, after we have cut our tablecloth in half, it's usually in half, it works for us. We take it, we put it on our base plate. We're going to secure it using a 2-inch balloon that we flatten. And we flatten by just taking the air, holding it, taking the air out at one side, running our finger along the balloon and tie it.
Bueno, básicamente vamos a cortar el papel de mesa, el mantel de mesa, a la medida que necesitamos de acuerdo a la base, y después de cortarlo vamos a poner abajo de la base y vamos a agarrar un 260, le sacamos el aire hasta que es tiempo de amarrar.
Okay, and then we got to get down and we want to wrap our base plate. So,
Sí, la pregunta es, ¿esta base es de madera? Sí, es de madera. Es algo que ya hizo en su tienda. Guys, we have a question saying if that's a wooden base. Yes, that's a wooden base with a PVC pipe, just a friendly reminder. And now we're seeing how Cecile covers the mechanics behind this base. Y ahora, como podemos ver, estábamos verificando que toda la base esté escondida detrás del mantel de mesa.
And so we just fold our base plate tablecloth around the base of the pole. We take our 260Q and we wrap it around a couple of times, and then we cut.
Yeah.
We tie, sorry. After we have tied it, then what we want to do is we want to cut off the excess tablecloth.
Y bueno, fácilmente es enrollar pues el mantel de mesa alrededor de la base y cortar el excedente. Recordemos que tenemos que amarrar el mantel o pues, sujetarlo hacia la base con 260.
And there we have it. So that allows you to be able to customize your covering to whatever color the balloons that you're using in your decor.
Y así es que podemos usar los colores más durante toda la decoración bien consistente. Es como si estamos en una decoración de Valentine's, del amor y la amistad, mantenemos ese rojo por toda la decoración. Entonces es una forma muy excelente para seguir ese color. Cecile, I have a question. Well, they have a question, but this question for me too. How tall is this PVC pipe or this base?
This particular one is a little bit over 5 feet. The one that I will actually use is going to be a little bit bigger than that. It's going to be almost 6 feet. But I mean, it really is dependent on the application.
So
I usually use 6 feet poles, and I would decorate my columns using the 6 feet poles for that purpose.
So what you're saying is that you use a shorter pole just for the purpose of the class?
Yes, just for this purpose.
Bueno, para la pregunta de cuánto mide de alto, esto es un poco más de 5 pies, no sé cuánto es en metros, pero es 5 pies, pero usualmente ella lo hace de 6 pies. Lo único que, para que la gente pueda entender la clase, el concepto, para que no sea tan grande, se salga la cámara, ella usa una base más pequeña, pero ella usa uno de 6 pies más o menos cuando trabaja con tus clientes.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you why I pulled out the 3-inch rose balloon. I'm going to use this rose balloon to cover my pole. Again, we're trying to make sure that it looks very professional, that it is covered in the colors of the balloon palette, so that in the event that some of the pole is seen, it is matching the color of the balloons that you used in the decor.
Y como siguiendo el comentario de ella de mantener los colores en toda la decoración, vamos a cubrir el tubo PVC con un 260 Rose, el Rose, y vamos a cubrir el tubo con eso. Un comentario mientras que eso.
And so all I'm going to do is I just put a puff of air in my 3-inch balloon. I'm going to tie it. And then I'm going to start to wrap my pool.
Bueno, primero empezamos para cubrir el tubo, vamos a inflar un poquito el globo y fácilmente vamos a amarrarlo hacia el tubo PVC, corriendo el aire durante toda la base.
Now, there are all kinds of ways. Everybody has their own method of doing wrapping their pole. I'm just showing you this particular one, but there are other methods as well.
Bueno, hay muchos métodos en cómo cubrir la base. En este caso, nos vamos a usar que es inflándolo un poquito y corriendo el aire durante toda la base.
Okay. So once you have your balloon tied onto your pole, you're just going to take it and you're going to wrap it around the pole. You're just going to continue to wrap it around the pole. Notice that you're wrapping it at an angle.
Ok, los pongo aquí un momentico. Ya estamos en una decoración, una columna de exterior para una decoración de Valentine's, obviamente. Le di a San Valentín, a morir la amistad. En este caso, usamos una base que ella hizo en su tienda, en su localidad, que es con un tubo PVC, una base de madera, y bueno, ella la pega con, no sé cómo lo dice, pero es la tapa de la luz, de una luz del techo, de un foco. Esa basecita que tiene el foco, ella lo usa para unir la estructura.
And when you have gotten to the end of your balloon, of course you want to deflate the end of it, and you can continue that little piece there. You really have a choice of whether you want to tie this piece here, or you just want to start with another 3-inch balloon.
Básicamente, cuando se acaba el 260, usamos otro, solamente es agregándolo encima de la última parte del anterior. Guys, those of you joining right now, remember, we could always rewatch this video in the Balloon People Bahamas Instagram, which is Cecile Williams' Instagram, also Jamar USA, and finally YouTube, our YouTube channel, Jamar USA. We're almost at 1,000 followers, so thank you guys for all your support. Recordamos que si queremos ver este video, si llegamos tarde, si lo queremos ver otra vez, lo podemos ver en la página de Jamar USA en YouTube, así que suscríbanse en YouTube y también en la cuenta de Llamar USA en Instagram y Balloon Pico Bahamas, que es la cuenta de nuestra Llamar Channel de las Bahamas, Cecile.
And you can just continue that process all the way to the bottom of your pole.
Bueno, y fácilmente seguimos el mismo proceso, acaba de decir ella, que es hasta que curamos la base entera.
The other thing that is important is to protect the top of your pole for the topper that's going to go on the top of your pole. You know, normally this would have a rough surface because it is a pole. It could be EMT, it could be PVC. You want to protect your balloon that you're putting on the top. One of the ways that we do it is to take a 12-inch balloon, uninflate it, and just stretch it over the top of the pole.
Ok, y ahora es muy importante el detalle que hizo Cecile, que es cubrir la parte de arriba de la base. Recuerda que esa base es una base que puede que dañe un globo y bueno, eso lo que queremos es prevenir algún daño a la decoración, así que agarramos un 12 pulgadas, un globo 12 pulgadas del mismo color y lo cubrimos.
Okay, so that's the preparation of the pole. Now I'm going to get the actual one that we will use for this column. This column, we're going to call him Hearts of Fire.
I'm going to ask questions, but I actually just want to wait to see why it's called Hearts of Fire. So I'm not going to ask questions right now. But let me translate this real quick. Así que eso era un ejemplo, ya trajo el tubo completo, la base completa, que ella lo llamó, tiene un nombre muy particular a esta decoración que se llama corazones en fuego o a fuego. Así que vamos a ver por qué.
All right, so now we're going to build our column. We're going to start with our 19-inch fuchsia.
Y ahora vamos a empezar a decorar la base, la columna, que es vamos a usar los globos de 19 pulgadas fucsia, que son el color 007, recuerda de llamar. So now, are these calibrated?
Yes, and so I'm going to tell you those sizes now. What we did was we inflated our 19-inch fuchsia to 13 inches. Okay. If you're using the Borosino, I'm going to look on my cheat sheet. If you're using the Borosino, you're going to put it at 2.0. If you're doing the hand pump, then you're going to do it, you're going to give it 43 hand pumps.
But you said how many?
By the time you're done.
you said how many in the Borosino?
2.0.
Okay, thank you. Entonces vamos a calibrar estos globos, este cuarteto de 19 pulgadas, lo calibramos a 13 pulgadas. Si usted tiene una máquina que calibra es la medida 2.0. Si tiene una pompa manual son 37 pumps.
So when we inflated this and we tied two together, we have a duplet. When we take two duplets together and we tie those together, then we have a quart.
Y así como hacer un cuarteto de la forma más simple es agarrar dos globos, amarrarlos y agarrar otro set de globos y fácilmente hacer un cuarteto. So we have two great comments saying today. Cecile is awesome and very, I'm sorry. It's awesome that you share your knowledge today. And thank you for making sure that we don't forget a step. Thank you for sharing. And then we have
I think that's why you join, so you can gain, just see how it is that we do stuff. And like I said, I mean, we all have different methods of doing things, but what we're here to do is to share, and we love it.
And then we also have one more comment saying, hello, Cecile, she's awesome.
Thank you. Okay, so what we're doing, we're taking our cord, we're wrapping it around, putting it between the pole, and then we wrap it around the pole.
Okay. La manera más fácil de amarrar este cuarteto a la base es introduciéndolo en la base, después agarrar dos globos, cruzarlos como para hacer una forma de nudo.
Okay. Then we're going to take our heart. Remember I talked about the 10-inch heart, the red ones? We took these hearts, and on the Borosino, we inflated them to 1.2. Okay? And when we hand pumped, we had to use 24 pumps for the hand pump.
Now, would you say that this is fully inflated or it's underinflated?
I would not do it very much more than this. So it's almost fully inflated.
Okay.
Almost.
Bueno, básicamente ella, esos son unos globos de corazón de Gemma, que tenemos un cuarteto también. Ella usa la medida de 10 pulgadas y bueno, ella dice que lo vamos a inflar un poquito más al máximo, un poquito menos del máximo, perdón. Y no súper inflado, pero sí como que la mayoría de inflados son 27 pompas si estamos usando el inflador manual o... I'm sorry, Cecile, what was the Borosino?
1.2.
Y si estamos usando una máquina que calibra, es 1.2 la medida.
And one more thing I want to say about inflations. You don't really want to, a rule of thumb to use is do not try to inflate the balloon more than 90% of whatever the number of inches is that the balloon is supposed to be. So I think it's really good.
Un tip que les da Cecile es que normalmente no tratemos de inflar un globo a más del 90% de la medida exacta del globo para prevenir algunos daños al globo.
Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to put our heart, just opening it up, and we're wrapping it on the pole.
Bueno, básicamente vamos a acostar el cuarteto de corazones en la base. Como de esta manera.
Isn't that beautiful? I mean, that's such a different look. And that's the thing, you know. We are using the same balloons that we use on a daily basis, but I'm just applying a different technique in using them. That is all.
Y a ella le gusta mucho como se ve por ahora la decoración o el setup, porque, bueno, es una cosa que unos globos que usamos, que evitamos usar, pero que lo estamos haciendo de una manera diferente, que es como haciendo cuartetos de corazones.
In this particular design, I am turning the hearts to the side.
En este diseño en particular vamos a levantar los corazones.
Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my rose, and with the rose, I'm inflating them to 8 inches, and they're going to be 0.7 on the Borosino.
Okay. En esta medida, estos cuartetos vamos a inflarlo a 8 pulgadas. Es un globo de 12 pulgadas. I'm sorry, you said, what was the size?
0.7 on the Borosino.
Y en el cargador automático es 0.7. I'm sorry if I forget, it's just translating and then remembering that is a little confusing sometimes.
That's okay, no worries at all. 0.7.
Recuerde,
Taking this, and we're placing it on top of the hearts.
I'm sorry, can we put the camera a little bit to the pointing down?
Sure.
Yeah, so we can see the structure as you work with it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to introduce a method of creating a garland for our column. Okay, so I'm going to come out of camera view for just a second.
Bueno, ahora lo siguiente que vamos a aprender es cómo hacer una técnica de garland. Es como un orgánico para decorar en la columna.
Okay, so what I have now are cords of our 5-inch red.
And these are...
These to 3 inches.
Bueno, vamos a... how many do we need?
In this instance, for this garland, I'm using 9 of these.
And 9
Okay.
9 balloons or 9...
9 quarts. 9 quarts, 9 of quarts. Okay.
Vamos...
We're inflating them on these 5-inch. We're inflating them on the small agenda. We inflate them at 0.4.
Ok, entonces vamos a hacer 9 cuartetos de globos 5 pulgadas, lo inflamos a 3 pulgadas, calibración a 3 pulgadas de nuevo. Y si estamos usando la leyenda o un inflador automático es 0.4 la medida. Son 9 cuartetos en total. 9.
Okay. And so what I'm going to do, what I did was I took my 5-inch balloons, I made a duplet, then I put them together to make a cord. I needed 9 of these for the structure that I wanted to put on my collar. Now, to make my garland of these 9 cords, what I do is I put one cord on top of the next, and then I wrap one of the balloons from the bottom, put it to the top, and one from the top, and I twist them around.
Bueno,
So in other words, I wrap them. What goes to the bottom goes to the top, and then I send it back to the top.
okay, bueno, básicamente lo que estamos haciendo después de tener los 9 cuartetos para amarrar los 9 cuartetos juntos, es como lo estamos viendo en ese momento, que es haciendo presión hacia el clúster anterior y simplemente enviamos uno de los globos hacia el cuarteto anterior y hasta que, bueno, podamos hacer casi toda la estructura así.
Okay, hopefully you got that one. All we're doing is making sure we're wrapping the cluster to the bottom on top of the one to the top of it, or wrapping it around the one to the top. Okay,
bueno,
so that we have a very secure garland.
Bueno, básicamente de nuevo es volver a ir al cuarteto anterior hasta que se aseguren los dos últimos cuartetos. Si no entendió o quiere más práctica, requiere más práctica, por favor, le invitamos a que vuelva a ver el video en la cuenta de Jamar USA, Buenos People Bahamas, y en nuestra cuenta de YouTube. So guys, if you need more help, more practice, remember, you could always watch the video, so don't be scared.
Okay, so we're gonna take our garland, and I'm gonna do something very unusual with it. We're using it, this is exactly how we created the garland, the 5-inch garlands that we have in our organic garland, using this very same method.
Bueno, y este mismo método es como hicimos los que están en la decoración de atrás, que son los globos de 5 pulgadas, que están los vemos ahí.
Okay, and so now what we're going to do, we're going to turn it to the front. All we're doing is taking the balloon from the end of one end and wrapping it around one of the balloons from the other end.
Y bueno, entonces amarramos la estructura con el primer cluster al último, haciendo la misma técnica.
And as you can see, it really forms a very unusual but a very pretty structure.
Y si como pueden ver, es una forma que no es una técnica fácil de hacer, pero también el diseño no es muy común, así que es algo bueno para presentar algo fuera de lo normal.
Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create what I call my heart flower. And so what we did was we took the 10-inch heart, the 088 shiny gold. We inflated it again, just like this one here, to 1.2 on the Borosino, 24 pounds.
Bueno, básicamente vamos a agarrar el otro globo corazón. En este caso es el Shiny 088. Si estamos haciendo la pompa manual es 24 pumps. Si no es el 1.2 en el calibrador automático.
Okay, and I did the very same thing to my red hearts. 1.2 on the Borosino, 24 pumps, made a quart of them, and tied a flattened 260 into them.
Where does the 260 go? I'm sorry.
The 260 we're going to use later to tie it onto the pole.
Okay, bueno.
To secure it onto the pole.
Bueno, ya que en la misma medida también vamos a hacer el corazón rojo, en la misma calibración, 1.2 en la máquina o 24 pumps en el pump manual, y al final le vamos a agregar un globo 260 de amarre para amarrarlo hacia la base.
Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create the center for our flower. And to do that, what we're going to do is to inflate a 5-inch rose.
Bueno, does it have any size?
You overinflate it and then you bring it down to about 3.5 inches.
Bueno, el próximo paso es sobre inflar el globo 5 pulgadas rose, y después lo vamos a dejar como una medida de 3 pulgadas, pero es muy importante que lo sobreinflemos primero para estirar el globo.
And what we're going to do is we're going to do what is known as an apple twist. We're going to first take we've inflated it, we've softened it, it's now very squishy. We elongated the neck so it becomes, even more squishy. We're going to take our 260 cube, fold it in half. We're going to insert it into our 5-inch, catch it on the other side, wrap, and I'm going to change, I'm going to do that another way. I'm going to put my 260 on this side.
Bueno,
Okay.
básicamente vamos a usar el 5 pulgadas y un 260 para hacer la técnica del apple twist. Como pueden ver.
We're going to take our 260, and you notice you have this little section here that you caught in your finger. You're wrapping that, and then you're going to tie it.
Gracias. Así es que anudamos el 260 hacia el globo 5 pulgadas.
Okay, so that's what you end up with. Okay, one more structure I want to talk about, or one more piece I want to talk about before we pull our flower together. I've taken a 260. I've inflated the 260, just about 4 pumps will do. Has a very long tail. What we're going to do is we're going to create some bubbles. That's going to be used around the center of our flower.
Bueno, y para la última estructura vamos a usar este globo. Es aproximadamente 4 pompas la medida. No es mucho el inflado y el propósito es de hacer burbujas, porque vamos a hacerlo como en una forma, vamos a agregarlo a una flor que estamos haciendo.
Okay, so we're going to use and I'll come a little closer so you're able to see. You're going to use your 2 fingers. We have this end tied. 2 fingers, press, rotate your fingers. I always say about 7 times. Hold on to this bubble. Use this to count your next 2 finger bubbles, right? You're twisting, still holding on to this. 2 fingers again, twisting, always in the same direction. 2 fingers, twist.
Bueno, básicamente lo que vamos a hacer es burbujas. Ella dice de 2 dedos. A la vez que estamos haciendo la burbuja, siempre agarrando la burbuja anterior para que se sostenga. Ella dice que recomienda que hagamos como más o menos 7 giros para asegurar una burbuja siempre.
And then, of course, what we need to do is we need to make sure that the end result is big enough to fit around the center of our flower. The measurement we generally would use in this instance, we found about 13 of these bubbles is sufficient.
Okay. Y bueno, ahora para hacer cuántas burbujas es verificar que quepa cuando se amarra hacia la estructura la flor. Y ella dijo que con esta medida, con este tamaño de la flor, es bueno tener como aproximadamente 13 burbujas.
Okay, and the next thing we want to do is just tie the 2 ends together, knot it again, and then you're going to cut off your excess.
Bueno, y después al final vamos a cortar el excedente después de amarrar.
Okay, so that's that process. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our flower together.
Ahora lo que vamos a hacer es poner la flor, construir la flor y unirla toda.
So we want the petals of our flower to lay flat. We want them to be cooperating with each other, so they're like this.
Bueno, y ahora queremos que los corazones estén bien acostados y unidos uno lado a lado.
One way that we accomplish that is to use our adhesive strips.
Y una de las técnicas para poder verificar que tenemos la flor o los corazones unidos acostados lado a lado es usando unos balloon dashes o los balloon strips.
Okay, and so we're just going to take the dashes or the strips and we're just going to put them almost to the inner side of the heart, almost to the tie end.
Y fácilmente es pegarlo en los lados del corazón y unir un corazón uno a otro.
Okay, and we're just going to continue that with the going all the way around the heart.
Tenemos solamente que continuar eso hasta que tengamos todos los lados del corazón fijos y con adhesivo German balloon dashes.
I'm going to go a little bit closer on this side. Are you able to still see me?
Now we can. So far, I see no questions, so you're doing a great job. I'll let you know.
Okay, that's excellent.
We have a comment saying, "I love the happiness that you transmit, Cecile."
Oh, thank you.
Acá no tengo ninguna pregunta por ahora, así que Cecilia está haciendo un trabajo excelente. Si no hay preguntas es porque están entendiendo.
Okay, so like I said, we just went all the way around and we put that adhesive strip at the intersection of where the lobes touch.
Y bueno,
Now what we want to do is we want to take our middle of the flower and we just want to kind of feed this through the center of our flower.
Bueno, ahora estamos preparando el centro de la flor, que es agarrando el globo que hicimos con Apple Tooth y amarrarlo hacia la estructura.
So you're feeding it through so you get this kind of look.
Y básicamente lo que debemos ver cuando terminemos de armar.
Now you want to be able, you don't want that to move either. So you're going to use your adhesive strips, just a little bit, put it in a couple spots so that it stays in the center of your flower.
Y bueno, para poderlo fijar un poco más, podemos usar unos strips, balloon strips o jammer dashes, para fijarlo un poco más y que sea un poco más detallado, pues.
So I'll just put 3 of them on this one.
En este caso ya usó 3 adhesivos para pegarlo.
You will
Para que todo.
put as many as you need in order to ensure that that middle of the flower is not going to move.
Y ponemos los que deseemos, lo que uno considere que necesita para que
Okay. Now we take our bubbles and we're going to place our bubbles again. This is going to be a part of the middle of our flower, like so.
Y esto es lo que estamos haciendo, las burbujas, que va a ser parte de el adorno del medio, del centro de la flor. Y bueno, básicamente lo ponemos alrededor del Apple Tooth.
And again, we're going to use the trusty rusty adhesive strips to make sure that they stay in place.
Y bueno, de nuevo vamos a usar los balloon strips para que fijemos muy bien las dos estructuras.
What we did in our instance is we had the longer adhesive strips and we didn't have the glue dashes with us at the time. So we've taken the adhesive strips, which is normally this length. We just put that piece off, which is normally this length, and we have cut it up into smaller pieces so that we can use it in this design. We didn't want to use too much of the long one, so we didn't waste.
Otra alternativa para usar los balloon strips que hemos visto durante los lives es que agarramos un balloon strip, un strip solamente, y lo cortamos en varias medidas o varias cantidades para que usemos en un strip, podamos pegar varias cosas.
Okay, so this is our first flower. We're ready with that one.
So we have one question.
Uh-huh.
We have one question, a really interesting question. Have you ever used more than 4 hearts to make your flower?
You can, but if you're doing that, what you want to do is you want to underinflate. Do you want to do it even a little smaller than this so that the hearts can nestle together even better?
Okay, bueno. Una pregunta más interesante. Thank you for your question, by the way. STR parties and events, thank you for your question. And thank you for being here, by the way. Pero bueno, básicamente una pregunta que hicieron, que es que si alguna vez ella ha usado más de 4 globos de corazón para hacer la flor, y ella dijo que sí, y lo desea hacer usted. Ella recomienda que no inflemos mucho el globo porque vamos a tener mucho espacio para cubrir, entonces no infle tanto el globo.
So again, we want to put our center of the flower in the center, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take our bubbles. We're going to make sure, of course, it is adhered to the petals of our flower. So I'm just going to stick it there, just for a little insurance.
Así, como podemos ver, es repitiendo el mismo proceso que con una flor roja en vez de dorada. Shiny gold.
And again, our bubbles, we're just going to take our bubbles and we're going to position it around there as well.
Y de nuevo usamos los balloon strips o los balloon dashes para poder fijar las burbujas hacia al centro de la flor.
Now, what we have to ensure is, you know, a lot of times we look at what it is that we're doing, and we may look at these adhesive strips and say, oh, that didn't cost much, but we must make sure that we include this in our costs when we are pricing out our design.
That's a very great tip, Cecile. Thank you for bringing that to light, because I would just given away those for free. So, bueno, básicamente de un super tip, mucha gente no considera este material, o sea, los dashes, la pega, en su costo cuando hace una decoración. Cecile en este caso nos da nos recuerda que si usted está usando estos dashes, los debería de agregar en el costo de su decoración. Así que si está usando este material, por favor, esté cobrando por el costo de eso también.
Okay. I'm going to just put one more on here because I want him to not move. Once we take him outside, the wind picks up. We want to make sure that everything is remaining in place. By the way, it's 80 degrees here. What do you have over there? I know some of you in Miami, I know you're hot just like us. But some of you out there, I know you're experiencing 45 and 61 and that. Come to the Bahamas anytime you're ready. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to do, this is going to be a column that we want to welcome the guests with as they come through the door. So we want it to not only look good from the front, but also to look good from the back. And that's why we have designed 2 of these flowers. We could very well have decided to use both of them in the gold, but we wanted to pick up all of the colors of our organic arch on garland, and so we decided that we would use gold at the front and red at the back.
Very nice decision on that, by the way. Bueno, básicamente lo que nos comenta Cecile es que esta es una columna de entrada hacia una celebración, en el caso del amor y la amistad. Entonces, vamos a tener que decorar la parte de atrás y la parte de adelante de la estructura, porque, bueno, es una decoración de entrada, así que la vamos a ver de varias partes. Así que hay que verificar que estamos decorando todo el alrededor. Y en caso de los colores, ella lo eligió así porque quería como hacer una combinación de los colores de la decoración del garland detrás con la columna que tenemos acá. Así que eligió esos 2 colores.
And notice all I did was just pull the 260 that I had tied in the back there. I tied it to the pole, and now he's very secure. He's not going anywhere.
Y con el 260 que agregamos después de hacer los cuartetos, simplemente amarramos las flores a la estructura.
I had a job of making sure that the bubbles are as well are a little bit more secure on there. That's just more adhesive strips, and we can very easily do that.
Okay, guys, we have a question about costs in total. We will talk about this at the end of the class. Just stay with us for the class for now, and then we'll find out.
Okay, so the next one, I'm just going to tie this flower, again using the 260Q, just pulling it on the pole and positioning it.
Como podemos ver, ahí vemos a Cecile amarrando la última flor, un lado.
Okay? So we just want to move him around. What I didn't do with this one is I didn't put the adhesive strips all the way around. So of course, you know, the hearts want to move out of place, but that's corrected simply by just moving over here, getting the adhesive strip and placing it where you want that balloon to rest.
Bueno, básicamente, si vamos a usar las flores, nada más usar más balloon strips, dashes, si es necesario.
So, in short, balloon strips are our savior in these projects.
Y bueno, y en corto, los adhesivos como el balloon dash son muy buenos, muy útiles y, como dice ella, salvan las vidas cuando usamos ese tipo de decoraciones.
Okay, so I'm going to continue this design by doing the same thing that I did to the bottom.
Bueno, vamos a seguir este diseño haciendo lo mismo que hicimos abajo, arriba, para mantener la simetría.
So I'm going to now, I have a gallon of 9 again, but this time I'm using 007 fuchsia.
En este caso usamos el mismo garland, pero cambiamos el color. Le recordamos que son 9 cuartetos calibrados. Cecile, can you remind me the sizing of these again? The 3 inches, right?
3 inches, yes.
Calibrado a 3 pulgadas, los 9 cuartetos.
And again, all I'm doing is putting them together, taking one cluster or one balloon from one end and wrapping it. That's it.
Y básicamente, recuerden que no tiene nada de pega, nada de hilo, es solamente los cuartetos intercalados unos a los otros.
Okay. And our design is coming together. We are now going to complete this top structure here. How do you like it so far? Is it looking good? Is it looking unusual? What y'all saying out there?
I'm gonna turn on the comments just for like 1 minute so we could hear everybody's comments, okay? Guys, so let us know what you think about the class so far. How do you like the design? Unusual but pretty, very detailed, lots of information. That's what I perceive of the class. But let me know what you think. ¿Qué pensamos de la clase por ahora? Ella nos pregunta qué piensan, digan, coméntenos ahí qué piensan, mándenle emojis, dígale, le parece muy lindo, muy diferente, ¿qué es lo que piensa? Let's see, let's start reading comments. I want to see. Come on, guys, let me know. Let me know what you think. Well, we have my Melissa course saying hello. Okay, okay, so we have a comment in Spanish saying super bueno, which means very good.
Good. All right.
Love the colors and the design.
Fantastic.
We have someone saying beautiful. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I'm just reading the comments now. Is that they're just coming in. We have emojis, heart emojis. Someone saying I love it. So far so good. I'm gonna turn off the comments again. If you didn't comment, sorry, but we have to go.
Okay, so we're going to continue. Remember that we added these 8-inch rose-colored balloons down here. We're going to add a set up here.
Now, can you remind me the calibration?
8 inches.
Le recordamos que acá vamos a agregar los rose. En este caso son la medida de 12 pulgadas calibrado a 8 pulgadas.
And then we have the fuchsia. Remember, we had the fuchsia calibrated to 13 inches.
Y recordemos que tenemos el globo en 19 pulgadas calibrado a 13 pulgadas, que es el fucsia 006. Very nice.
There we go. And so we have this as our structure thus far. This is our column, fluttering hearts. Now we have to put a topper on here. And what do you think the topper is going to be?
Ahora tenemos por ahora esta es ya la gran parte de la estructura. Ahora le vamos a poner un topper y ahora vamos a ver qué es el topper.
So I'm just going to secure this one here, since he wants not to go to the party.
Acá lo que estamos es verificando que todo esté bien pegado, bien pegado. So we have Jamar USA, which I'm pretty sure this is Maria behind the phone, saying a very nice design.
All right.
And especially very different.
Very different. That's the idea. We don't want to see the ordinary all the time. Sometimes, our customers, our clients say to us, go ahead, do your thing. And so, you want to do something different. You don't want to look ordinary. You want something that makes a statement. You want something that just wows them. And so I think we're able to accomplish it when we decide that we're going to do and think outside of the box.
Bueno, básicamente lo que nos comenta Cecile es que de esta forma este diseño es cuando queremos hacer algo muy diferente fuera de lo normal, que un cliente como lo tenga, que tiene mucha confianza en ella, dice que haga lo que quiera, solamente hagamos una decoración. Y como confían en el estilo de ella, como podemos ver, hacemos algo diferente, muy lindo y muy, muy espectacular.
Okay, now you remember that we had the heart-shaped balloons, the 10-inch that we did in the 045 red. What we have now is we have the pairs, and we're going to make our top one that's going to go at the top of this column.
Yep.
We are going to use a number of them. We're going to start with these two. We're going to make a quad, and then we're going to take another two. We're going to create a cluster of 6. Sorry, a cluster of 8. This is a cluster of 6 right now.
We're going to make a cluster of 8.
A cluster of 8.
Bueno, básicamente lo que hacemos es siempre estos globos casi, como nos comenta ella, más o menos el 90% de su máximo tamaño. Y vamos a hacer un cuarteto. 8 globos juntos, un octavo.
Okay, and then we're going to take our 260, we're going to flatten it, and we're going to thread this into the middle of our cluster of 8.
Sí. Acá nos dicen, los corazones son globos látex. Sí, esos son los globos de Yamar. Si no los conoce, por favor, vaya a un punto de venta de Yamar y pregunte dónde están los corazones de látex que ellos tienen. Nosotros tenemos muchas medidas.
So we tied it twice there. Now we have our cluster that has our 260Q onto it. We're now going to pull this into the center of our column.
Bueno, y después de amarrar los 8 globos. Wow, that's very nice, Cecile. It fits perfectly into that column. Good job.
Right? And what we did was we just wrapped it around the pole underneath this cord, underneath the cord.
Bueno, como estaba explicando antes, sino que es que me impresionó mucho la manera que cae súper bien y se ve bien estético la decoración. Bueno, agarramos los 8 globos, los amarramos, agarramos un globo de 260, amarramos eso al topper, a la parte de arriba de la base, y como pueden ver, algo muy, muy elegante, muy lindo y bien simétrico. Algo muy, muy fuera de lo normal. Very nice. Right now we're saying it's very, very, very pretty and very different. Thank you so much.
And now what we want to do is we want to give it a little bit more of fluff. It doesn't have to be everything that's going to the top. It could expand out a little bit. And so what we did was we created a cluster of 3 of the same heart balloons sized at 1.2 on the Boris.
Bueno, vamos a agarrar un cluster. Para darle más volumen, agarramos un cluster de 3 globos de corazón calibrados a 1.2 en la máquina automática.
And what we did again is to put the 260Q in it, a flattened 260Q. We're just going to pull that into this side of the column.
Y bueno, lo amarramos hacia un lado de la estructura con otro 260. Vamos a ver cómo lo
For that kind of effect.
So we have a very cool comment. Awesome job, Cecile. 242.
What was it about the 242?
Yeah, she said, awesome job, Cecile. 242. I guess she's representing 242 as well.
Fantastic. Yes, 242. All right, so that's how we want to pull that in, and we want to do the same thing on the other side.
Bueno,
It out. So again, we're talking about 3 of these. We want to pull that into.
Hacemos lo mismo por un lado y ese mismo hacemos lo mismo por el otro lado también.
We have the bumper, and here we go.
Yes.
Okay, now if you're like me, you could be here all day finessing it, but it is an organic look. What you just want to do is you want to make sure that it looks balanced. That's what's important.
Okay.
And if once it looks balanced, then you're good to go.
Bueno, esto es como una especie de orgánico, lo que ella dice que es como ella se puede quedar todo el día organizándolo arriba, pero lo importante es que mantengamos un balance, no tiene que ser todo perfecto, solamente que veamos que más o menos cada lado esté como parecido.
Okay. Now, what we want to do is, of course, if you look at our design, there's a little bit more that we can do to it because, you know, you can see the little something that's going on right there or to the side. You might be able to say, I could do a little something more with this. And this is when we get to the point where we do a little something extra and we do what we call, we add some foo-foo to it.
Bueno, entonces básicamente ya cuando tenemos esta estructura, podemos ver que si algún detalle falta, le vamos a agregar un poco más de como de esplendor. En este caso vamos a ver qué hace Cecil. Ella dijo que vio como le falta un poco por el área de las flores, entonces vamos a ver.
Okay, and so the filter we're going to do is going to be very simple. It's the simple things that we can do. Then we'd be surprised at what a great difference it would make when we put it in our design. So what we did in this instance was we took the 260 cues of the rose, the fuchsia, and the red. We inflated them, leaving a little tail on them. You can inflate them. I think I did 9 pumps on these ones. Once you've inflated it, you tie it, and you come up with a circle like this. I mean, this makes it so simple, but this is what you want to do. You come up with a circle, make sure you find the midsection, bring it together, twist it, and go inside out to secure that loop.
Bueno,
So we have
básicamente vamos a agarrar los 3 colores que estamos usando en la operación, menos el Shiny Gold, este tamaño es 260, los inflamos, vamos a dejar un poquito del globo sin inflar, no hay medida exacta, pero es aproximadamente 5 dedos, diría yo, y hacemos esta idea.
we do that again for all 3 of our colors. So we have the 3rd color here. Once we do that, we put them together, all 3 of them. We can wrap them, twist them together like so. We come up
Vamos a hablar de los sizes específicas porque si son los sizes de la estructura, recordemos que podemos ver el video, ya lo mencionamos varias veces y en ese momento no me acuerdo, pero vamos a ver el video de nuevo si estamos hablando de la estructura.
We want to do the same thing. We use it in this instance just to give it a little difference in dimension. We've used the 1 inch in the 089 shiny gold. Done the same thing with it, inflated, tied it together, twisted it, and now we're twisting it into the cluster.
Bueno, estamos agregando, en este caso, la medida de 1.60. Tenemos los 3 perros con tono rosa de 2.60 más un globo shiny gold de 1.60.
Okay. And then again, we can take the same concept using this balloon. We've inflated it again, about 9 pumps. You've got the same amount of tail. Tie one end. You're going to put a knot in the other end. And you have this.
Bueno, tenemos acá otro, aproximadamente 9 pumps de este globo. Le vamos a hacer un nudo en cada lado.
Then you can just neaten it by twisting it. You find the midpoint, twist it together, cut off your excess, your tails and that.
Cortamos el excedente cada uno.
And you're going to do that for each of your colors. You're going to do it for your fuchsia, your red,
Debbie,
your rose, and your shiny gold.
este video va a estar grabado ahí mismo que se acaba la clase. Podemos entrar al perfil de Llama USA y va a quedar grabado. Debe como aproximadamente 30 segundos después de que se acabe el live para yo poder poner el título y todo. Pero ahí mismo que se acabe el live en la cuenta de Llama USA.
Okay? So this is what we got. So we have 2 of them together. Again, we're going to make sure that we tie off this end. Find the midpoint.
Gusto.
Just into the loop. Into the loop.
En el como podemos ver, es la misma medida, el mismo proceso varias veces.
Okay, and again, all we're going to do is we're going to cut these off.
Recuerde que estamos haciéndole el nudo a cada lado para poder cortar los excedentes.
Okay, neaten it up. Then we're going to take our loops and we're going to feed this, the straight pieces, the straight ones, into our loops.
Y ahora estos loops los vamos a hacer anudarlos hacia los globos, pues el cluster ya sin los loops.
And then what you're going to do is you're just going to manipulate your balloons, your fufu that you made, and you're just going to position the loops and the straight lines exactly where you want them.
Y básicamente vamos a manipular la estructura hasta que queramos, hasta que tengamos más o menos el look que queremos.
There's no rhyme or reason to where you're going to place. You're just going to place it where it looks best.
Vamos a ponerlo es como que en donde determinemos que mejor se ve.
Then you're going to take a flattened 260 again. 260s are your friend. You take them, you wrap that into the center of your cluster.
Y vamos a amarrarlo hacia el centro de la estructura.
And now you have something that you can use and you can attach into your design.
Y allá tenemos algo como que más color, más volumen así al diseño.
Now let me just also say this, you can take a step further because you can add on the tails of these, you can add 5-inch rounds.
También podemos como que hacerlo un poco más elaborado, como en vez de cortar, o bueno, si cortamos también podemos agregar un globo de 5 pulgadas cada punta.
Because you know that'll give you a little, you know, make it a little bit more colorful and a little bit more fun or interactive. Or you can also, given that this is Hearts of Fire, you could even add onto the tails of these the 6-inch heart balloons as well.
O también le podemos agregar los globos de 6 pulgadas de corazón, como esta decoración es un tema de corazones.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now, we created 4 of these that we're going to include on our design. So I'm going to take one of each of these, and we're just going to place it on our design. The first place I'm going to put this one, I want this one right here.
Cecile, I'm sorry, how many of these did you make?
4.
Bueno, y usamos 4, bueno, en este caso ella usó 4. Le invitamos a que ponga lo más que quiera, menos, más. En este caso son 4.
So I've included that one there. Now I'm going to include one on either side. I think it's pretty on the side there as well. So I'm going to go on this side so I can feed the 260 under here and tie off.
Yeah. We have a nice comment. No question, but I love her hair, glasses, and energy.
Thank you. All right, so all you want to do now is to secure this to the pole by tying the 260.
Y entonces, agregando esto a la estructura original, la columna. So I like this design. It gives me great like carnival vibes. I feel like I would make this for a party as well. So.
Exactly. I mean, you know, and that's the thing about it. Your decorations at your party can make or break your party. You come to a party and you see a design like this, and you're like, all you see is energy. All you feel is energy because you come to somewhere that is using vibrant colors, and it's unusual. It isn't your classic. It is fun. It is, hey, this is going to be a good party.
Entonces, básicamente lo que nos transmite es decir, con esta decoración es una energía positiva. Ella dice que este tipo de decoración hace que la gente se sienta como que va a ir a una fiesta súper divertida. Las sensaciones de esto es solamente diversión y fiesta. Entonces, es una buena opción para hacer una fiesta o un carnaval. Entonces, que la decoración transmita una buena energía. Es el propósito.
Okay. And now I think I'm going to put this one up here. Okay, so I need to put a little bit more adhesive on that side there, but I want this one to go up here, but I want to turn this a little bit, and then I'm going to fit this one right under here.
Y bueno, básicamente tenemos que buscar la mejor posición para esto. Esta mini estructura la vamos a poner ahí en el centro entre el fucsia y el rose.
Alright, I'm going to turn this one in the center of my soup. Then that means I got to turn my cover a little bit this way as well. Get back in position. Okay? And there we go. My heart is going the other way. Let's make sure that we have it right. Yes, we good? No, come on. Show me where I need to put them. I don't see. I can't see. Y'all say hello to Mika.
This is her assistant, a very, very talented.
Right. Okay, so this is what we have. Again, a very, very fun design. A design that's outside the box. It's generates a lot of energy. Again, you can add your 5-inch. You can add your heart-shaped balloons. Anything that you want to make it, even more effective than it already looks.
Como podemos ver, tenemos ese es el diseño completo y tenemos una variedad de colores y de tamaños. Es algo, el propósito es hacer algo diferente, lleno de buena energía y bueno, de amor. So we have a lot of comments already coming in. Awesome. It's spectacular, beautiful. So Cecile, I guess everybody is in love with your decoration. I guess you did a great job with the name as well. We understand, what is the name again?
Hearts of Fire?
Hearts of Fire. So it is definitely on fire. We got. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jamar USA. Super. Definitely a very fun and exciting looking design. Fantastic. Very nice. Amazing. We have amazing all caps. Fire. We put bravo, Cecile. So congratulations. I think you did a great job today, Cecile.
Fantastic. I'm glad that you did. I want to thank Gemma for the opportunity to be able to share with the audience, with those, and I want to thank those who took the opportunity to come down to take advantage of this opportunity that Gemma has provided for us. And I'm just going to put this other one right here. When you talk about completing a look, this is what you're talking about. Now my space is small, so you can't really see the whole thing with all its beauty. But think about this as you go to your event. You're entering somewhere that has 2 columns at the entrance, or 1 column all the way to the front, another one. Because the size of these, you don't have to have the 2 on the side of each other. You can have one in one location and the other in somewhere else, and then you have an amazing balloon wall that you can spend all night with your significant other or not, having a wonderful time taking pictures under Hearts of Fire.
Bueno, básicamente, Cecile nos comenta que esto es, primero que todo, le quiero dar las gracias a Gemma USA por la oportunidad de estar acá y también dándole gracias por que la gente es una buena herramienta de aprendizaje de estos lives que estamos haciendo, así que nos manda muchas gracias a ella. Y también como el espacio es muy pequeño, ella tiene que como poner un poco más unido todo, pero quieren que se imaginen todo lo que podemos hacer con esta estructura y estas 2 estructuras en un evento, también con el display de atrás. Todo eso puede ser complementando una fiesta de celebración de amor o cualquier tema, pero solamente es que se imaginen que lo bonito que pueden hacer si pensamos en hacer cosas diferentes y cosas grandes. Así que, thank you so much, Cecile, for this amazing class. I want to make sure. Okay, let's take a picture. I'm not sure if we're gonna have to. No, I think it's better if we just stand back. Yeah, because I'm gonna turn off the comments for a second because I just want the whole thing to be appreciated. I'm not sure. Can we be able to get a little bit more to the back? Move a little bit back. That's it. That's well. Okay, that's fine. So
is that
okay.
Hold
on.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a little further.
No, I mean it's fine. I'm sorry. I just want to. There we go. I think we could appreciate the whole thing now. It's just that I wanted to have the hearts because it's Hearts of Fire. So we don't want to miss out on that.
No.
Así que como podemos ver, let's see if we could make this thing. Okay, we got it. Okay, ready. 3, 2. Let's take a picture, guys. Una foto. Excelente.
Thank you
so much, Cecile.
Thank you very much, Jamar USA. Thank you, Jamar Balloons. Mateo, thank you for being the wonderful translator and host that you always are. And it's a pleasure being able to share with everyone. I want to send a big shout out to my one granddaughter, Isla Adrian. I'm the newest Grammy on the board. So my name is actually Cecile Big Mama Bear.
Bueno, quería dar gracias a toda la gente de Jamar, gracias a Jamar Balloons, y también quería mandarle un saludo y dedicarle esta decoración a su nieta, su única nieta que acaba de nacer. Entonces se la dedica a ella. Así que, thank you so much, Cecile, once again. We'll be back tomorrow for another class. This class will be uploaded. Remember, you can rewatch it as soon as this live ends. I'm going to share with Cecile, that way she could also post it on her Instagram profile. I'll collab with you after. And just, guys, we'll keep on learning. A brand new class tomorrow. This class was amazing, full of new ideas. Just, kind of like renewing yourself as a decorator. I think this is what we kind of learned today. So thank you so much, Cecile. Así que nos vemos mañana a las 3 p.m. otra vez con otra clase, otro instructor. Esta clase nos sirvió como para renovarnos como instructor, como decorador, perdón. Es una nueva forma de ver cómo hacemos cosas diferentes fuera de lo normal. Y bueno, qué más que con la mano de Jamar Talents como Cecile. So thank you once again, Cecile. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Great job.